For what this thing costs, it's ridiculously fun. Works so perfectly. All right, let's talk about this scooter. I have spent a day and a half on it. I think I've gone through 3 full battery sets, and I have a lot to say about this. Some of it might be a little not so perfect, but most of it good. So let's go over good first. I think I always find it easier to start to the front and move to the back. Obviously, front jumping out is this cool suspension. I actually really appreciate, you'll see some of these scooters have like a cantilevered suspension. I prefer the conventional arrangement there. I think it's much more linear, easy to drive. The brakes are actually pretty good. There's one of my little bit of negatives. I am about the full size that should be reasonably riding on this, and definitely after a little while I see a little bit of brake fade. I had to make some adjustments to it, but beyond that, nothing else. Could just be, bedding it in initially. There's like a little detent pin or something, I'm gonna guess, inside the steering column, because it definitely has like a little centering feature. It doesn't center itself, but when you hit that center, you can kind of feel it kind of like hesitates for a second, and then you can move off center. I really think that's a good thing, a nice value add to it. You got a nice headlight, throttle is nice and easy, a bell, nice clear bell actually, brake obviously. The control, the dashboard is super easy. I'll show you that stuff separately. The foot area is pretty darn perfect. Like even at my size, I can stand here pretty easily and ride comfortably for 3 batteries. No issues whatsoever. That was so cool. You just saw me kind of standing on the kickstand, so obviously that's nice and strong. We have 8.5-inch solid tires. So there's no rear suspension, right? It's with a solid 8.5-inch tire, front and rear, which is really nice. You've seen me go up and down curves and that kind of stuff. No issues whatsoever. Obviously not big curves, but little scooped out ones. No issues whatsoever. The one downside to that is there is absolutely no suspension either. So everything that you hit comes back and through your body. I don't find it to be a big issue, but it's definitely a difference between a pneumatic tire and a solid tire. Let me show you some of the lights and stuff because they're pretty cool. All right, so let me show you the dashboard. First off, super easy, press it, turns on. As you can see, battery's dead because I just got off of it. There are 3 speeds right now. It's in high because I only ride around in high. So if you press it twice, it toggles the speeds, low, medium, high. And if you just press it once, the lights go on. Tail light, which I think is the most important, is super visible. Let me hit the brakes so you can see what happens when you hit the brakes. Ready? Oh, how cool is that? I think that's a great safety feature. Anyway, that's the brakes, lights, and control. Let's turn it off. Just hold it 3 seconds. Off. Overall, I don't think you can go wrong with this for what this thing costs. It's ridiculously fun. Works so perfectly, has been great. I definitely saw the real 15 miles an hour. So if you want one, there's a link right here on the screen. Worst case, down in the description, there's a link. It actually helps out the channel. If you use it, doesn't cost you anything extra. So I'll say thank you in advance for that. Remember to like, subscribe, and what state are you checking in from? I'm curious where people are checking in. Put that in the comments. Let's have a little impromptu survey. Where is everybody from? Anyway, you can't possibly go wrong with this. I hope this video is helpful. See you in the next one.